Hello everyone. Welcome to the another lecture of Language of Chemistry class 8. Myself Suman Singh. So as if you have seen the previous video, we have discussed about the variable valencies and acid radicals and basic radicals, right? So now in today's class we will discuss about the molecular formula of a compound or how to write the molecular formula of the compound, okay? So first of all is molecular formula of a compound. So why this concept, this molecular formula has came into being? So what we will see what is written here. For convenience, each compound is represented by a chemical formula with the help of a symbol and variable of different atoms present in it. Okay. For our convenience, what we have done, we have represented or we have started representing the chemical we have started representing the compound according to their chemical formula, okay, with the help of symbols and valencies of different atom present in it. Suppose for example, for sodium, as for sodium chloride, for sodium chloride we write NaCl, right? NaCl, we write NaCl, right? So for our convenience, each compound is represented by a chemical formula with the help of symbols and valencies of different atom present in it, okay? Molecules of a compound, say, right? This formula represent what? Molecules of a compound. So therefore what we can say, therefore more commonly we used to say molecular formula, okay? So what is molecular formula? How we can define this? So we can define like this: a molecular formula of a compound is a symbolic representation, okay? Molecular formula is what? It is a symbolic representation of its one molecule, okay? It shows the number of atom of each element present in it. How much number of element present in a particular how much number of uh, atoms present in that element, it is represented by this molecular formula, okay? And these atoms combine in whole number to form what? Molecules, okay? So we have came to know the what is molecular formula, right? So one example is given here, as you can see. Suppose we have to write sulfur dioxide, as you can see. Suppose we have to write sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is written as SO2, okay? Sulfur dioxide is represented as SO2, as you can see. So it indicates that what does SO2 indicate? It indicates that there is one molecule of sulfur, okay? In one molecule of SO2, in one molecule of sulfur dioxide, in one molecule of SO2, one molecule of SO2, there is one atom of one atom of one atom of oxygen, one atom of sulfur, and two atom of two atom of oxygen, okay? I hope you are understanding this, right? So as you can see, a molecule of sulfur dioxide is represented by SO2, and it indicates that one molecule of SO2 is formed by one atom of sulfur at one atom of element sulfur and two atom of element oxygen. So I hope you have understood it, how to write the formula of a compound, right? So now we will see what is the rules of writing a chemical formula of a compound. So to write a chemical formula of the compound, some of the rules are there. First of all, we have to write, we have to symbolize the element or the radicals that constitute the element. First of all, we have to give the symbol, just like the for hydrogen H, for aluminium Al, for helium He, for beryllium Be, for boron B, carbon C, like this we have to symbolize the element. Or if it is a radical, suppose it is a sodium Na plus, for sodium radical, then it will be written as Na plus, after that Cu plus, K plus, like this, okay? Or the radical that constitute the compound, okay? Now next is we have to write the valencies. We have to write the valencies, which is also called a combining capacity of the element or the radical, okay? We have to write their valencies, okay? After that, the method applied for writing the chemical formula is called what? Crisscross method. This method is called what? Crisscross method. We will see here. Sorry, we will see here crisscross method. Okay. So first example is, suppose we have to write magnesium chloride. Okay. So for, if it is a magnesium chloride is given, so always remember that if it is magnesium chloride is given, so this magnesium, it is symbolized by Mg, right? And this chloride is symbolized by chlorine, is represented by Cl, right? So since magnesium is on the left side, chloride is on the right side, right? So we will write magnesium in the left side as it is there, as you can see, and chloride is written in the right side as you can see here, right? Now after that we will see what? Magnesium, when you will see the magnesium, it has as you can see valency. When you will see the valency of magnesium is what? 2, right? Valencies of magnesium is what? 2, right? And the valencies of chlorine is what? 1, right? So how we will write? As you can see, how we will write? Suppose magnesium is here. So magnesium has a variable valency 2 plus, right? 2 plus, magnesium 2 plus, we write like this, right? So it would have a valency of 2, and chlorine will have a valency of 1, right? So how to write this? How to write the formula? What we will do, we will interchange the valency of the number. Means the valency which magnesium is carrying, we will shift here into the chlorine, and the valency which chlorine is carrying, we will shift here to chlorine. Okay. Now to write the formula, how we will write? We will write Mg, okay, after that this Cl, and after that 2. Okay, as you can see, MgCl2. First of all Mg, okay, after that Mg is 1, right? Mg is 1, so we will not write anything. Mg1 you can write also like this, Mg1 and Cl2, because we are interchanging, right? As you can see, we are interchanging, right? This one is, we are giving to him, and this one is taking, we are taking, right? We will write, we can also write like this, Mg1 and Cl2, right? So this is also, so since 1 is there, so you can write MgCl2 like this. Okay. So as you can see, the number 1 with Mg is not written in the formula, because the symbol itself represents one atom, right? Why 1 is not written? Because symbol, whatever the symbol we will get, Mg, it represents, it has only one atom, right? So that is why 1 has been removed from here. Now on one more example is written of writing a molecular formula in which the valencies of the number, a number of positive and negative charge ions, is divided into two group. As you can see, calcium oxide, okay, calcium oxide, symbol of calcium is Ca, and oxide is O. Okay, oxide is the oxygen, which is O, right? When you talk about the valency of calcium is what? 2, and valency of oxide is also 2, right? So how we will write this? So what we have done, we have his valency we will give to him, and his valency we will take, he will take, right? We are just interchanging, right? What we are doing in the previous example, what we have done, we see here, he has given his valency to her, to chlorine, and he has taken his valency of he has taken the valency of chlorine, right? So here also we will do the same thing. What he will do here, what we will do, we will give the Ca, the valency of Ca we will give to oxygen, and the valency of oxygen we will take, Ca will take, right? So as you can see, the step 2, this was step 1, to identify the symbol. As you can see, write the symbol and valency we have written. Now step 2, you can see calcium oxygen. So the valency of calcium we have given to calcium Ca, and here oxygen has valency 2, right? So calcium has a 2 valency we have written here, and oxygen has a 2 valency we have written here, right? So as you can see, what we have done, the valency of calcium we have given to oxygen. As you can see here, valency of oxygen we have given to oxygen, and the valency of oxygen we have taken. So what we have got, we have got Ca2O2, right? So what we will do, we will reduce the valency of the number to a lowest ratio, since 2 or 2 are same. So what we can write, CaO, right? So as you can see here, it is written CaO. So I hope you have understood this, right? Now one more example is there, zinc hydroxide. Hydro means what? Hydrogen is talking about, or oxide is what? Oxygen. Hydroxide will be OH. Okay. So as you can see, hydroxide. So zinc symbol is Zn, hydroxide symbol is OH. Zinc has a valency of 2 and hydroxide has a valency of 1, right? So what we will do, zinc will give its valency to hydroxide, hydroxide will give its valency to zinc. So as you can see, in the step 2, zinc has a valency of 2, hydroxide has a valency of 1, we have written. Now next, in step 3, we will we'll interchange the valency. As you can see, interchange the valence number when the radical bears any number in its symbol, or if it is OH radical, more than one number come after the exchanging the valencies of the number, put the parenthesis around bracket along with the radical symbol. Means what? See, as you can see, O and H, right? So since O and H are there, so they come in, they are there. So what we will do, so we will not write like this OH1 or 2, because as you can see here, since zinc has 2, zinc, what it will do, it will give its valency to hydroxide, so it should be written like this, ZnOH2, like this, right? So since what we it when the radicals are bears any number in its symbol, or if the OH radical is more than 1, means OH is more than 1 here, right? So if OH is more than 1 here, so we will put OH in a bracket. Okay, since OH is more than 1 here, so we will put OH in a bracket and we will write 2 here. Okay, so as you can see, it is written here, right? So we will ignore the base of Zn as 1, because Zn itself represent it is 1 in number, so we'll write only ZnOH2, right? Now one more example is given, ammonium sulfate. So again you can see, ammonium has an NH4, sulfate is SO4. Ammonium has a valency of 1, sulfate has a valency of 2. So what it will do, ammonia will give its valency to him and he will take the valency of sulfur. So as you can see, how we can write, NH4 1, SO4 2. So NH4 here, NH4 1 and SO4 2, right here, right? So how we can write, NH4 2, NH4 2 and SO4 1, right? So since here you can see, NH4, if it is 1, then no problem, we will leave as it is, but it is 2 in number. So what we will do, we will put NH4 in bracket, right? We will put NH. So what we will do, we will we will put NH4 in bracket as like this. We will put NH4 in bracket 2 and SO4 outside of this. We will put like this, right? So I hope you have understood this, right? So these are some activities as we have already done, right? This activity, right? So as you can see, name of the compound and their molecular formula is given. As you can see here, some of the compounds and their molecular formula is given here now. So keep up to this. I hope you have understood this, right? So in the next class we will learn about the significance of molecular chemical formula. Try to do this, because in activity 2, as you can see, so in activity 2, as you have already, I have already given you the homework, right? In activity 2, so in activity 2, as you can see here, so try to solve this. Okay, I have given you the answers also, so try to practice this at home, right? So keep up to this. We will do in the after that we will see this significance of molecular chemical formula in the next class. Till that, thank you.